Hello everyone, it's finally time to brew my Pilsner. The recipe will be posted down below, and here we go. Self-explanatory, just filling up the water. The difference today is that I usually just add the rice flakes to this beer. I read somewhere you're supposed to boil the rice flakes, so I did, and it looks kind of like a porridge, but hopefully it will be fine. Another thing that I do that I find quite important is to keep notes of my brew day, what I'm brewing. And I prefer to be as exact as possible, because if I like it, I want to be able to recreate that beer. So that's just a tip. Of course I use not of course, but sometimes I use a program, Beersmith or whatever program you have. I use one on my cell phone, my smartphone. It's just an app. You can download it for free. Beer R, I think it's called. Anyways, the last beer I made is really good. I put it in the pressure barrel and I've been drinking it since. I had a little bit of accident with the pressure barrel. I had some leakage, unfortunately. I didn't screw the spigot on as tight as it should be, but I managed to save, well, I don't know, 60% of the beer. So the only thing I regret about making that beer is that I filled up or topped up the wort with plain water in the end before I boiled it, or after I boiled it actually, and it of course lost some in ABV and well, taste, I suppose. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. So I'll definitely be doing that again. The beer I'm making now is actually my Budajovice Pilsner, the one you've been seeing me drink in the videos. I've ran out of that one, or I think I might just have one bottle left. But I'm going to tweak that recipe, so we'll see. Yep, I just filled in some of my grains, or malt bill, as you call it, and I'll be putting in the rice flakes, boiled rice flakes, and then I'll top up with the rest of the grains, and we'll see how it works this time. And again, be thorough and make sure there's no lumps, no whatever you call them. Lumping, I think it's called. Make sure there's no lumps, that so every grain, individual cracked grain, gets in contact with the water. Well, I couldn't get all the grain bill in there, but it's pretty top as you can see, so I'll try to save this best as I can. I obviously overshot it a bit, so anyways. Well, I didn't overshoot it by much, it's just a bit left there, and I did manage to save I just pulled out some of the water, poured out some of the water. I must have poured too much in to begin with, so anyways, it's going. And it's going to go on for about 80 minutes, so I'll see you then. Now I've got the malt pipe out of the mash. It's oh, sorry about that. The wort is now dripping off, and a good tip when dealing with hot stuff is these heat resistant gloves made by Pilsener Engineering. Just a good tip. And I'm going to Pour some sparge water over this because there's a lot of greens and I want all that goodies out of there. This particular recipe calls for about 100 grams of Saz hops, 2.9% alpha acids. So that's what I'll be using. Now I'm just cooling the wort. The boil is over and everything else, so it's just wait and see. Got my yeast starter ready here, and I'm pouring over the wort to the fermentation bucket. And later I'll pour the starter here into the wort and wait. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you subscribe and comment, and there's another video coming up soon. Cheers.